If you saw our unboxing last week, you know we have a ton of new things to show you, and I am desperately trying to catch up after all my trips in the last month or so. Today we're looking at your most requested mini, Balagos the Ancient Red Dragon. First of all though, I have a couple of things to tell you. I am hosting 2 kobold-inspired, family-friendly games coming up, and we have 2 seats open at each table. This is from our Kobold plushie Kickstarter, and the money is going to make these plushies even better. We have a game on Sunday, September 4th, 2022 from noon until 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and on Sunday, September 11th from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern. And if you'd like to grab any of those remaining seats, the link to purchase them is down below. Each seat is $75, and I think the games are going to be a lot of fun. Next, I just found out that I am going to be competing on Dungeons & Dragons Design Dash this Friday, September 2nd, 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern Time on the official Dungeons & Dragons Twitch channel, twitch.tv/DND. One of the guests on the show is TK Johnson, who is the narrative lead at Roll20, I believe, and who also wrote for both Radiant Citadel and the Mwangi Expanse, among many others. Also, Sebastian Yu, who has written for and edited dozens and dozens of adventures for places like Metalweave Games and for DM's Guild and tons of other places, and was actually an editor on Uncaged Goddesses, which I also somehow wrote for. I am out of my league. I am out of my sport even. But if you want to come and cheer me on and make me feel better about myself, come and tune in on Friday on Twitch. I am going to need all the support I can get. Finally, this video is brought to you by Dragon Shield and their new Game Master's Companion and Player's Companion. We took a look at these back at Gen Con, and they are fantastic all-in-one solutions for traveling with all the gear you need to play your favorite TTRPGs. The Game Master Companion can hold a ton of minis safely, as well as your reference cards, your dice, your writing instruments, just about anything you might need to play. You can also remove some of the foam holders if you'd like to also throw in some of your rule books. I was able to fit quite a few minis plus all 3 of the rules expansion books for D&D and its DM screen, but you don't even need that DM screen because the box itself is wrapped in a DM screen that you can use to hold your printouts, your Big Bad Booklets, your phone, your notes, your maps, whatever you need. And the Player's Companion box can hold your PC Mini, your dice, your character sheet, your player's guide, and more, and it folds out into a dice tray and a place to put your character sheet where you can write and erase using an appropriate marker. There's even a place for your tablet. And there's more to these boxes as well. We'll have a full video soon, but they are out now. You can get them at dragonshield.com using that link below or at your favorite game store. Just search for or ask about the Dragon Shield Game Master or Player's Companion. Balagos here, like some of our larger minis, requires a bit of assembly. It comes with these little bits of plastic in the wing slots to keep them from warping, but once you take them out, you are ready to slot in the giant wings and the tail to bring the whole figure together. Balagos is one of the most famous red dragons in Faerun. He had a few nicknames, as dragons do, including the Flying Flame and Dragon's Bane. The latter because he was a megalomaniac who thought that he was destined to rule over all dragon kind and to exterminate the humans and elves on the face of the planet. But some of the other dragons weren't too keen on being dominated by anyone and tried to stand up against him, so he killed most of them. You see, he was quite clever as well. He remembered everyone he met, he quickly sussed out the characters of those he came across, and he was very calculating with his actions. He wasn't like your typical animalistic white dragon. You can read more about him in Dragon Magazine, number 232, in an article by Ed Greenwood. The article is online, so we linked it down below. Now, to my knowledge, Balagos hasn't appeared in 5e yet. I'm a bit surprised that they didn't choose Cloth, who has a pretty substantial role in Storm King's Thunder, but of course, I don't believe there's any particular visual difference between the 2 dragons, so it's mostly just marketing. Let's talk more about the mini as I show you how it stacks up against many of our other dragons and other premium minis. And we have a lot of dragons these days, don't we? I didn't even include all of them here. When you look at his sculpt, he has some physical manifestations of his age. There are many bony protrusions in his feet, his legs, shoulders, and wings. Also around his mouth and his face. He has those telltale holes in his wings that we often see in older dragons. His horns are much grander and more intimidating. His paint job is fine to my eyes, but I'm sure some of you could touch it up to make it a bit more detailed if you want. You may remember that there were some production problems with the last Ancient Dragon when it came to the paint job, and I wonder if this one is coming out so much later so that they were able to ensure that those problems never happen again. Let's talk about his size, though. This is a big mini. It's 19 inches tall and 23 inches wide, or 48 centimeters tall and 58 centimeters wide. Because of his pose with his wings up like that, it's one of the tallest minis we have. Much taller than the ancient white dragon, taller than the massive Tiamat mini, taller even than the walking statue of Waterdeep. If you are looking for an excuse to use this mini, it is perfect for a cloth encounter in your Storm King's Thunder campaigns, of course, or you can use the excellent sandbox third chapter of that adventure, which honestly could work as a standalone book, to help guide any of your Sword Coast adventures, which could include crossing Cloth's domain. You can also craft some Red Dragon adventures of your own with the help of Fizban's Treasury of Dragons, but this rivals the Tiamat mini, and mini really isn't the right word anymore, for the title of most epic mini released yet. If you pick Balagos up, I urge you to find a suitably epic story to tell with him. Ancient Red Dragons have a CR of 24, which puts them on par with the Demon Lords Yinogu and Grazd. He is available now for around $300. The Ancient White Dragon is still available in some places as well for between $150 and $200. And for reference, the massive Tiamat mini is going for between $350 and $400. Let me know what you think of Balagos in the comment section down below. And before I wrap up, if you're looking for more exciting adventures to run at your table, be sure you check out the Big Bads from our sponsor, Hit Point Press. Each booklet gives you everything you need to run a fantastic one-shot or mini campaign. Sometimes I run them on their own, and sometimes I use the included adventure hooks to tie them into my ongoing campaigns as a fun little diversion. They're a great resource to have on your bookshelf or your hard drive. Each one has stat blocks and backstory, art, layer information, and more. You can even get digital reference cards and STL files to print minis of the Big Bads. I should get my 3D printer up and running to show you what some of them look like. You can even get bundles of 6 Big Bads for a discount to make sure you have plenty when your gaming group is itching for an adventure. You can learn more and pick up some today at hitpointpress.com/big-bads. And thank you for watching today. So I put together some shelves to hold all the things I need to review, and I might need another set of shelves. There are just so many things coming out these days. Use the comment section down below me here to let me know what you're most excited to see to help me prioritize everything. I knew you wanted to see him first, though. I've also got some really interesting Kickstarter videos to show you very soon, so hold on to a little bit of your September gaming budget for those. You'll thank me later. You can come chat with us on Discord, and you can follow us for the latest news over on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. For now, though, stay safe, have fun, love each other, and I'll see you next time at the Gallant Goblin.